What's up, everybody? This is Retro Road, and I'd like to apologize to everybody. I know I said I'd be back earlier this week, but unfortunately, I had some problems with my footage and I had some corrupted data, so I had to shift to a whole lot of stuff to get the content that you're about to see tonight. We're going to go over the last couple of days of the con. I got some pics, a little bit more footage, not much. We're also going to be talking about the retro pick of the day, which is we're going to go back not too far, just a few years. We're going to go back to the Flashpoint in DC. And if anyone who reads DC, anybody that knows, the Flashpoint is the beginnings of the New 52. We're also going to be talking about some of the art that I got from the con. It was a great con. It really was. I know I said that in an earlier video, but I mean, it was a smaller venue. It was nowhere near as big as the Phoenix Comic Con. I mean, you could fit that con into a little corner of the Phoenix Comic Con. But man, I had a great time. It wasn't so much about, the guests, the signings and stuff like that. For me, it was really more about just the art. I really like a lot of indie artists and those comic book artists that really haven't hit the mainstream yet. And I got some works of theirs and stuff that I'm gonna pop up on the screen so that maybe if you like, you can go check it out for yourself. We're also gonna talk a little bit about my favorite Batman character. Everybody's on this Batman kick, so I feel like I need to get on the bandwagon. And I'm not going to talk about Batman, though. I'm not going to talk about the Joker. I'm not going to talk about Bane. I'm not going to talk about Ra's al Ghul. I'm going to talk about who I think epitomizes what a G is in the Batman universe, and that's the Penguin. That's right, the Penguin. And we're going to review his New 52's #1 comic book a little bit. And, he's a G. And I don't care what anybody says. He's a G. I like him, because we'll get into that. I could go off right now and just start talking about it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I'm just going to save it. Get to it. We got time. But, yeah, so we're going to kick off this new year. We're going to lay it down thick, so here we go. Retro Roll 4, 2, 0, go. That's right. This week we're going to be looking at Geoff Johns' Flashpoint. Now, I know a lot of y'all like, man, I remember Flashpoint. It's old. Why are you talking about it? Because it's important. If it wasn't for Flashpoint, we wouldn't have the New 52s. And the New 52s is what brought me back into DC, because for a very long time, all I gave a damn about was Marvel. I have a buddy who does DC, and he kind of has always kept me up to date. Even my little brother kind of keeps me up to date a little bit on what's going on in DC. But honestly, God, true to form, I'm a Marvel man. All right, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, John Romita Jr. The greats. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect to the Bob Kanes and the Bill Fingers. That's right, I said it. Bill Fingers, because we know the truth. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, the New 52s and the story arcs that was going on in the New 52s is really what brought me back into DC. And in order to understand how the New 52s came about, you had to go back to the book that I believe started it all. I mean, I'm not alone here. I know I'm not, but it really is the tale that is like, hey, this is how we did it. This is how we knew we was gonna create a DC universe worth reading again. And Flashpoint, it's a great series. Basically, you go with the Flash, and my boy wakes up and everything's different. His mom's alive, but other than that, the world is going straight to hell, and he is seriously trying to figure out what's going on. Now, I want to just sit down and just tell you the damn story of it, But it's really hard to do that because I want people to read it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I tell you, dude, because I'm not a great storyteller, it's not what I do. I'm the kind of person, I'm just like, I'm putting in your face, like, wow, read this, it's the shit. Why haven't you read it yet? The Flash is just like, what? I mean, but no, seriously. I mean, the turn of events that happens in this book is it's insane. I mean, he's trying to stop the Reverse Flash. He finds out this all these changes, all this bad shit that's going down. Bruce being dead and his dad's Batman. Thomas Wayne is Batman. It's fucking crazy. Spoilers. Martha Wayne is the fucking Joker. Spoilers. It's just insane, man. It really is fucked up. There's a war between Themyscira and Atlantis because a couple people couldn't keep it in their jocks, is all I'm saying, throwing it out there. So you got Cyborg is pretty much the Superman of this universe because Superman is locked away underground, sad, pale version of himself, and it's crazy insane. It's just read it. That's all I can say about it. Read it. And then at the end of the book, you realize that he goes back. He realizes what he has to do. He goes back in time to stop himself from going back in time, basically. And when this happens, all three timelines, all three universes that apparently are existing all at one time, are construed and turned into one cohesive universe. And I know I'm telling this badly, but the Flash, man, he's always held a special place in my heart simply because yes, he is a speedster, but it's the fact that he has learned how to use this one particular superpower in a way that has elevated him to the ranks up there with Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Batman and Martian Manhunter. And I've always enjoyed reading his comics, but I just, even though he's always, he's had his own runs, I just felt like, no one really gave him his due. Even in the JLA books, I just really never felt like he was getting the respect in the storytelling. Like, people wasn't taking the seriousness of him. Like, he's more than once affected the DC universe through the use of the Speed Force. And I'm just really happy because I think Flashpoint finally puts it in perspective. Like, this cat, he's nothing to trifle with. But yeah, that's it. So Flashpoint, check it out. This is the Retro Roll Pick of the Week. Please check it out. Get a good look at it. Buy it, borrow it, sit down and read it at your local coffee shop. I don't care what you do, but check it out. And I promise you, from that point on, you're just gonna be like, phew. If you ain't into DC, you will. All right, moving on, and we're gonna be talking about my personal favorite Batman villain in the DC universe, the Penguin. And we're gonna be looking at Penguin #1, the special 3D cover art written by Frank Terry. I love this book. It's awesome. It kicks off the Penguin. He runs this nice, real swanky casino. He's got his people doing their job. He's straight legit, got his money, handling his business. Everybody having a good time. No one suspecting that he still is the Penguin. And you have a couple of guys who decide that they're gonna show their ass a little bit and tell the Penguin, you ain't Jack, the Emperor Penguin, blah blah blah, Batman, blah blah blah, you soft, you don't want legit, whatever. And the Penguin, he plays the role real cool, real tough, like, what I'm saying. And then, in the book you see, that the Penguin still, not only is he ruthless, but he's still murderous and he will take you out personally. He don't care. He's always been this thorn in Batman's side, and I felt like, over the years they kind of went B-list, C-list comical with his character, and I started really getting disgusted with it. And I really think that was one of the main reasons I stopped reading Batman comic books. It might have been. Because I felt like the characters that I thought was really great villains were starting to be treated like stooges. They were starting to be, you know, the Joker had become so big that all you could do with these other great villains was make them these comical little side pieces. You know, got to give an honorable mention out to the Riddler, you know, Scarecrow. You know, these cats too, you know, a couple of my favorites. I'm that weirdo, I guess, that just Joker is here, but there's a few villains who sit above the Joker for me. You know, I mean, the Joker is the boogeyman. You know, Penguin's that rich dude that your dad worked for. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but yeah, that's just my little personal take. I would, you know, don't be surprised if here in the future I do a whole damn video just strictly on the Penguin. I can do it. I love that fool. So that's gonna do it for my Penguin rat. Right now we're gonna get into what I know you're here to see anyway, and that is the amazing Arizona Comic-Con footage from Saturday, January 25th. It was really cool. I just went in there, I did some personal footage. I ain't got nobody backing me up, so it was just kind of me walking around taking footage and stuff. I got a lot of great pics and stuff that I got to take on my phone and everything, and I'm going to throw those out there to you, and I kind of put it together a little bit. And a nice little collage. I got this new software I'm working
I don't know how I stumbled into this mumble jumble, dilapidated, rough and tumble, needs to be rejuvenated. But I hear voices when I walk through the hallways, like something's trying to pull me, but I don't see nobody opening the house. Then the voice says, "You're the one from the internet, I can see from your silhouette, the quick rapper from London that hasn't made it yet. Am I correct?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I watch your career from like when you first appeared, I'm really into it." I'm like, how the hell'd you get internet when you live in the middle of the woods, huh? He's like, "What the hell, I'm a ghost, can't you ask better questions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I wish I could, but at the moment I'm all flustered and flummoxed and something's turning my stomach. Don't you have something like open doorways to run out, or maybe stairways with hundreds of steps so high that the summit forces the noise to come, and of course you fall and you plummet?" No, I think you should have seen from the view from outside before. This is clearly a bungalow. I'm like, of course I know. But if the truth is told, my senses are so messed around, it's as if I just snorted coke. But I digress, let us sit and discuss my video. You're up to change, must get.
That is it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the footage, and I hope you like the pics. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Throw your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the show, bro and sisters. And let me know if there's anything you'd like me to throw out there, something old school. You're like, "Oh man, you need to talk about this. This was tight." Marvel, DC, Vertigo, Image, it doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. Throw it out there to me. If I haven't read it, I will read it, and we'll do a review on it. And we'll make it the retro pick of the week if it's tight enough, if it's right enough, if it's out of sight enough, if it's got that awesome flavor. You know what I'm saying? So please hit me up, check me out, share me with your friends. Geek Nation, baby. Age of the Geek. We rule the world. Peace.